What's going on, guys? Everyday Gunpla here. We're back with another review. Today, we're diving into a very cool, it's kind of lame, honestly. Very gritty Premium Bandai set from the Requiem for Vengeance Netflix series. We're looking at the high grade 1x140 Zaku F-Type LeSean and the Unidentified Type LeSean 2-pack. Let's open this box and check this thing out. Right out of the box, the first thing that hits you, honestly, this thing looks just like the show. The surface detail in these kits are kind of cool. They actually put a lot of detail into these things, put a lot of thought into how they would look. I think it was because of the CGI, it was easy to make these kits look just like the TV show. But a lot of people don't like the realism of Zaku's. I mean, people like the slick, curved design. These things kind of just look like walking tanks. There's a lot of panel lines, a lot of etching. There's a lot of scribe marks. You can pretty much like make this thing look cool with just the right amount of panel lining, honestly. So I mean, like, you really can't go wrong with that. There's about 15, 16 runners out of the box. It's got a decent book. I don't really like the book. You guys know me at this point. If you watch my reviews, I don't like bad book art. I don't like bad box art. I don't like no box art. I like visuals. The book here, the cover just looks meh. Cool. You're just showing me the model kits complete and some words. Lame. I think it's super lame. It feels flimsy. It feels cheap. It does what it's supposed to do. This is just a normal cookie cutter book, and you're gonna get what you pay for. I don't think this should have been a Premium Bandai kit. I didn't pay full price for this thing though. Some of you might have, but that's neither here nor there. I also was deceived by this kit. Let's just let me get this out of the way real quick. I thought this was gonna be a upscaled high grade, just a really big high grade that almost looks like a master grade. I didn't realize that there was two kits in this box because I really wasn't paying attention when I bought it. So that's my fault. That's why when I started building it, I'm like, oh no, this thing looks small. And then I realized, I was like, oh crap, there's two kits in here. Then I read the box, it said and unidentified and I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. So that's why I'm building two high grades right now. I kind of tried to stray away from building high grades on the main channel for reviews, just because I did so many when I first started doing this with shorts and stuff, and I did a lot of high grade builds. I just kind of enjoyed this. I didn't want to do this anymore. So I apologize that this isn't a high grade, or excuse me, that this isn't a master grade build review. All right, so let's get back into this review. LeSean is a part of the Red Wolf Pack squadron from Requiem for Vengeance. They're an elite squad of Zaku fighters. I believe they did really good during the 1 year war, so they were rewarded with custom Zakus. Most of them are F-types, I believe. They're supposed to be a take on the F-type from, War in the Pocket, if you guys watch 0080, War in the Pocket. Bernie's Zaku II was an F-type. Fun fact. So basically, they get dropped into this war zone in Europe. They're fighting, and they're pushing the Fetties back. They're beating them. And the premise of the show is a monster of the week type thing with a Gundam, but it's like chasing them the entire show, because this Gundam shows up, starts wiping out Red Wolf Squadron. Pretty much, I believe it takes out half the squads, if I remember from the show. I only watched it once because I really didn't. It wasn't my cup of tea. And so basically, the entire rest of the show is LeSean's squadron, his captain, and all those guys are running away from this Gundam. The Gundam's hunting them. All manners of Zeon suits try to come and fight it. Not all manners. I believe the tank type. I forgot the name of the tanks from Zeon. They were fighting it. Some goofs were fighting it. And then the unidentified rebuild Zaku later on in the show that I'm building here is also what fights it. And it ultimately gets defeated by basically being killed from the back. Basically not Lord of the Rings, but Game of Thrones style. Sword of the Morning when he gets killed. So I'm not gonna ruin it for you guys. Go watch it if you want to watch it. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. How the pilot gets killed, how the Gundam gets defeated ultimately. But anyways, so LeSean's Zaku is a more muted green than the standard high grade Zaku from back in the day. It's got a Euro front eccentric from World War II. It's got the red Wolf Team signature, red shoulders, armor, which kind of sticks out, which is cool. You know, like if you like color displacement kits, LeSean's is pretty cool. The articulation is pretty cool as well. The build is modern. It looks like modern tanks. Like if these suits look like, and I think this is why people don't like the Zaku's from this movie, or excuse me, from this show. And this is a reason why I don't like the Zaku's from this show. They just look too like real world modern tanks. If you took a tank like a Panzer or something like that, I think they're Panzers, I can't remember, man. If you took like a modern tank and basically upscaled it and turned it into a bipedal tank, this is probably what their version of a Zaku would look like. And I think that just didn't sit well with a lot of people because Zaku's are so iconic. They look smooth and sleek. These look very bulky, very just jaggedy, edged, and I just think the design just fell flat. It was a modern tank design just with Zaku aesthetics. And I just don't think that sat well with people. I don't think that's why this kit sold well. I don't really see many people who have this. It didn't really sell well. I think it started off at like $90 on Premium Bandai when it came out. I got this thing for like $26. I think you can find them cheaper if you like look hard enough. I like that it is show accurate. I don't like the design. The articulation is good though. The front armor is a single piece. You can still get into some classic Zaku poses. Don't expect the extreme range though of the real grades, which I think is another downgrade from this, because why would you make people pay this much money for 2 high grades and you can't pose them hardcore like a real grade? The Model I is cool. The Model I is always there. It's always gonna be movable. Accessories. The kit comes with standard Zaku machine guns, a redesign of the machine guns, redesign of the Heat Hawk. It just looks bigger and darker. The new bazooka, it looks okay. I kind of don't like that the end muzzle is really small in this one. I like the the over the top big muzzle design of the old Zaku's. The backpack's cool. It mounts nice. It's always appreciated for a nice display. A solid Zaku, but still just a meh Zaku at that. Now let's talk about the unidentified. The new molds are extensive. You get this really cool asymmetrical armor, a large shield on the left arm and the right arm. It looks like a Magella attack tank. Tracks that were put on to the shield, which is cool. I think they did use old tank parts for building this in the hangar in the show. They pretty much put this thing together with scraps. That's why you got the messed up arm. There's no shoulder armor on the left arm. There's chains all over it just for like taking impact and damage. It pretty much, if you had a junkyard and you're like, hey, take this scrapped Zaku in the back and like see what you can use from this junkyard to put together. That's pretty much what they did with this thing. As for putting it together, this kit, it's a high grade. You're not gonna have problems with this kit. Anyone can put this together. This kit is for everybody. Anyone can put this kit together. Pros and cons of this kit. Pros are, it's easy to build. It looks very accurate to the show. It's fine. Cool. I do like the machine gun. I like the Heat Hawk. The bazooka I'm not a fan of. It's okay. This kit is very, very meh. It's a very meh kit. These are very meh mobile suits. I do like the junkyard aesthetic of the unidentified. I think more kits should be built like that. I think this should have been a master grade. They could have did a lot more with this thing if it would have been a master grade. These high grades for this are okay if you like the show. Cons are, they don't look all right. They don't look good. They just don't look good. They don't look like Zaku's. They have the aesthetics of a Zaku. They have the outer bones of a Zaku, but they just don't feel like a Zaku, and I just feel like that's why they don't hit. I don't like the bazooka. I don't like. I think it's terribly designed. I don't like modern looking Zaku's. Like if this is how a Zaku started off, cool. But Zaku's the older Zaku's from the 1970s look way better than this. They could have did a way better job, in my opinion, and I think that's what holds this kit back, particularly from being up there with great kits. Because other than that, it bends. The posing's okay. But what's stopping this kit from being a great kit is the lack of innovation. So, how much does this cost? I got this kit for around, I think, $29 on sale. I can't remember where I got this kit, but most of the time it retails for about $40 to $70, depending on where you get it. I would just wait and see if you can find it on sale somewhere, or if someone's selling it on Marketplace or something, get it from there. I personally wouldn't spend money on these things unless you're a die-hard fan of Requiem for Vengeance. I don't think it's worth your time and money, guys. I think Bandai really dropped the ball with this one. I think that they took advantage of something that they thought was going to be amazing and it ended up flopping. I mean, the show really isn't that popular. People like it, but a lot of people don't like it. I believe if they would have manufactured and made the goof from that show, I think it would have did a lot better. I think more people would have bought toys from this line. I think more people would have started watching the show because the goof looks beautiful in that show. The goof looks like if the goof was made in real life like that, oh man, I'd be piling that thing all day. I think they should have took the route of going with goofs for the main mobile suits of this show. And I think they really missed the mark there, because when the goofs are on screen, you want to watch them. You want to see them fight the Gundam. You want to see them win. And eventually at the end, spoiler alerts, at the end of the show, a goof is what actually kills the Gundam pilot in his mobile suit. Yeah, the Zaku's definitely helped distract him and stuff. But I think they missed the mark here. They definitely missed the mark with this kit. They missed the mark in the show, but I'm not here to talk about the show. This is me reviewing these kits. So at the end of the day, guys, you got to make that choice if you want these or not. I can't make that for you. But with that said, should you buy this kit? Probably. If you're really into Zaku's. If you're a huge Zaku fan, you'll buy these. If you're not really that big into Zaku's, this kit's not for you. The articulation's good-ish. The weapons are good-ish. The suit is good-ish. This kit is probably a 5 out of 10. But if you like the content, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think about this kit. And I'll see you guys in the next review. Have a good day, guys. It'll get better soon, I promise. See ya.